Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to use custom audiences. I'll explain what a custom audience is and how you can use it to retarget specific people. There's a lot of different uses. One of them is you need to have the Facebook pixel installed on your website if you're going to create a custom audience of people who have visited your site or a specific page on your website. So if you haven't yet, go install the Facebook pixel, go watch the Facebook pixel video that shows you where to find that code, how to install it, and get up and running on that. If you don't have a website, that's okay. There's still some custom audiences that you can do that don't require the use of your Facebook pixel that are based on engagement and whatnot. So first off, up here, so in Ads Manager, you click this little hamburger icon, you go to Audiences. If it's not there, you just hover over All Tools and Audiences. All right, now it's going to pull up all of my custom audiences and saved audiences. So I want you guys to understand there's a difference. The saved audience and custom audience are very different things. A saved audience is just the audience that you create when you're setting up a Facebook ad. If you say, hey, I'm doing this bigger house, upsize to a bigger house ad, and I want it to go to homeowners who have this income in this area. And then you save that audience because it gives you the option to save it. That's the saved audience. Okay. And those are very useful because if you have an audience that works well, you can reuse it on a bunch of ads. But a custom audience is something totally different. A custom audience is something like this. So I installed the Facebook pixel on the Massive Agent Society website. So this particular custom audience tracks every visitor to the site within the last 180 days. So what the pixel is doing is it tracks visits and the actions that those people take while they're on your website, wherever you have the pixel installed. So I have my pixel installed on the Massive Agent Society website, on the Massive Agent Podcast website, on my Search Salt Lake real estate website. I have it on all my websites because then I can set up custom audiences for all sorts of different things. And I'm going to show you what some of those are. So first, I'm going to show you some examples of the types of custom audiences that you can do and what you can use them for, and then I'll show you how to set it up. So I'm going to click filters right here. I'm going to sort by custom audience. Okay, so let's go down here. The very first one, if you have a website that you need to set up, is just the visitors custom audience. Okay, this one tracks every visitor to my Search Salt Lake website within the last 45 days. Okay, and you can go all the way back 180 days on that. So see, like on the society, I have a 30-day, 180-day. Then I also created a custom audience. Since the pixel works on your entire website, I have it to where anyone who visits my Moving to Salt Lake City article, which is my #1 traffic driver on my site, anyone who visits that gets added to this specific custom audience. And why would I want to do that, you might ask? If I know that somebody visited my Moving to Salt Lake City article, I know they're interested in moving to Salt Lake. So I could run a specific ad, a video, an image, whatever it is, a specific ad to people who I know are moving to Salt Lake. How much better do you think that ad would perform and convert over time, right? Same thing with let's see, home search. Anyone who's visited my home search pages on my website get added to a custom audience. So, well, looks like I don't have that one set up right. I'll have to check on that. And you see right here, it says audience too small. I know that I have X number of people visiting that each month, and it should be well above the minimum. So that's not set up right. You can also do home value visitors. So people who have visited your home value request page, any single page, or it could be more than one. You could have 20 different pages. You could set up a custom audience for anyone who visits a particular URL, or maybe it's 10 different URLs. But that way I know every single person who visited my home value request page, I can send them a seller related ad. That's pretty cool stuff. This retargeting stuff is very, very powerful. Now I'm going to show you some other types of custom audiences and how to create one. So you go up here, create audience, you do custom audience. And these are all the types. Customer file. This is where you can upload your email list. Guys, do this too. We all have an email list, whether it's 500 people or 10,000, whatever. And if you've been in the business for a while, some of you loan officers that have huge databases, upload your email list. Facebook's going to match those people with people on Facebook, and they're not going to be able to match every single one because people use different contact information and stuff. But they'll match, 70, 75, 80, 90% of them, and then you can run ads to your database and only those people. That's pretty damn cool and pretty powerful. So do that. Website traffic, that's where you need the Facebook pixel installed. You click on that, and it lets you do all website visitors, people who visited specific web pages. So if I just wanted someone, or if I wanted a custom audience of every single person that's visited any page on my Search Salt Lake website, this is how I'd set it up. People who visited specific pages, any URL that contains this. So then if it's searchsaltlake.com/about, searchsaltlake.com/whatever, they're going to be added to this custom audience. So that's how you get them all. You can do, and that's how you do the URL for a specific article, your home value page, all that good stuff. App activity doesn't really apply unless you have an app. Offline activity, that's super advanced stuff, and more an e-commerce thing. Engagement. This is where you don't need to have a Facebook pixel or a website, but you can start creating custom audiences of people who have watched your videos, people who have watched, and you can specify a certain percentage of your video. So you can run an ad to people who have watched at least 75% of all videos, or a specific video, or a group of videos. If you guys have an online show, if you do your own show, this is great to be able to retarget ads to people who have already seen it. Lead forms. You can create, a lot of what we talk about here in the Massive Agent Society is Facebook lead ads, because it's so much easier to get the lead to opt in, and you don't need your own landing page. So you can create custom audiences of people who have opened the lead forms. So, because a lot of, even though you may have the best ad in the world, but you're not going to get every single person who clicks the ad to opt in. That's just not possible. But you can get every single person that clicks on the ad added to a custom audience. So if you have 50 people open the ad and only 10 people opt in, that's only 20% who opt in. The other 80%, you want to be able to run ads to those people because they had intent. They were interested. This is how you create a lead form custom audience. Full screen experience, that's if you create canvas ads that are very graphical and artistic. I personally don't think you need them in real estate. You can, but I just don't think you need big fancy ads. That's more for like if you're a car company or something like that. You can create a custom audience of people who have interacted with your Facebook business page. So that's people who have reacted, commented, clicked, all of that. You can create a custom audience. Go in there and do these, guys. I would set these up, because once you set it up, it's not retroactive. It's only going to track from now forward. So make sure you go in there and set these up so that later on you can start running some ads. Same thing with an Instagram business profile custom audience. You can create a list of people who have interacted with your Instagram business profile. So if you have a bunch of followers, or you've had a bunch of activity on your Instagram business profile lately, set one of these up, and it'll start tracking everyone who engages with your Instagram page. And then events. If you have open houses or other local customer appreciation events or launches, whatever it is, you can create a custom audience to retarget to people who have interacted with an event. So that is pretty damn cool. That's how you use it. And then I'm going to show you how to actually use a custom audience to target to when creating an ad. So let's go back to Ads Manager here. And I create a new ad. So let's say we're doing a lead gen ad. Make sure you get your page right. Okay, so right here in audience, where it's create new, normally we just skip right past this, right? Normally, if you don't have custom audiences, you just start doing the geography, the age, their interests, all that good stuff. But right here, if you set up a custom audience, okay, you click in there, click custom audience, and it shows you all your customs. So I can go, and this means that I could run an ad to only people who have visited my Search Salt Lake website within the last 45 days. Or if I wanted to just run one to visitors of my Moving to Salt Lake article, there we go. That's how you do it. And then you can even, if you wanted to, you could say within this audience here, I only want it to show to people who are over 30, for example. Now, you don't have to narrow it further, but just keep in mind, you have to know who you're trying to reach and what you're trying to reach them with. And so if I know that most people moving to Salt Lake are over 30, I don't know, obviously a lot of younger people are, but that's just an example, over 30, and they are all women, and they like, they like the Utah Jazz, right? Like because the Jazz are in the playoffs, and so everyone's moving here because they're a Jazz fan, right? Because I'm sure that'll happen. You can do that. Okay, I don't recommend overly narrowing this down, except for maybe geography, because this is anyone in the U.S. In this particular situation, I want to show the ad to people moving to Salt Lake, which means they could be anywhere, right? In fact, I might even open that up to worldwide, but for now, let's just do U.S. for this example. But that's how that works. That's how you actually use a custom audience that you created to target your ad to. We're going to go a lot more into retargeting here in the Massive Agent Society, so stay tuned for that. But if you feel like you have a good handle on things, I'd start setting up a bunch of custom audiences now that you kind of know what you can do with them, because they are extremely powerful.